Hello, here we are.
We're at the gate.
At the
Machame
gate, about to start. We're feeling good. Hopes are high. Jeff barely slept last night because he was so excited.
It'll be good.
It'll be good. Yeah, we're just excited to go. We got our trekking poles. We got our super big backpacks.
I am the only person here with shorts on, I think.
He's going in style. Yeah, I'm not really nervous yet. Just excited and very excited to see the rainforest. So we will keep you updated.
Salama. We're out here. We're doing it. We just had lunch.
Yep.
We're starting our hike again, warming back up.
It's beautiful out here.
Beautiful.
So jungly.
Very cool. Poa. How we doing?
Tired. Fatigued, but spirits are still there.
Good. How much left?
1 hour.
Less than
Less than an hour.
How much have we done?
7, 6.
Yeah.
6 miles?
6 hours.
A lot.
Yeah.
A lot of steepness near the end
Yeah.
has surprised me, and yeah.
Yeah. I'm excited to see camp.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. It doesn't do justice, but that's a lot.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Okay, so we are leaving the rainforest and just about to enter the moorland. Throw back to the street I grew up on.
Different trees.
Look at that, it's suddenly open. You can see the sky.
Yeah.
Different trees.
Like kindness or something.
Yeah.
Here we go. We're close.
We're here at Machame Camp. Started from Machame Gate, 7 miles,
From the bottom.
4,000 feet elevation. How we feeling?
Killing it.
Killing it. Machame.
Thanks for
Hakuna Matata.
An hour ago.
Here's the path. We hiked up from there. The sign on the mountaintop are up that way. Our camp is down here. And I gotta watch where I'm stepping. Here we are. Beautiful. Here is the entrance of our tent. These dogs are barking. Let's see. We're not even set up, but
Not even set up yet.
but we got these nice cushy things, and we're gonna sleep well. All right, it's night number 1. We're all tucked in. Sorry. It's night number 1. We're all tucked in. Bridget's doing great.
I'm doing good. I don't have any altitude sickness. I ate my whole dinner.
Jeff fell apart a little bit once we got to camp. I think I just should have had another snack before we had dinner, because dinner didn't come for a little bit, and then dinner was also fish. And Jeff's not a fish guy, so I threw up in my mouth and then swallowed it. But it was actually pretty tasty. I mean,
I don't think
the
it
first
was
time.
throw up.
No, I threw up in my mouth and I swallowed it. But yeah, I've been struggling with my bowels. I've been struggling with just a headache, but I'm feeling a lot better going into sleep tonight. I'm excited to sleep. I'm going to get the first night of solid sleep I've ever had on this trip. So
Yeah. He only
we'll
slept
go
3
from there.
hours last night, so.
The past 3 nights, I've slept probably a total of 9 hours. So I'm going to try and shoot for 10 hours now. So
And it's pretty cool on the mountain, colder than we thought it was going to be. But we're comfortable right now in our sleeping bags and just leggings and shirt, so we should be good.
lots of love.
That's what. Bye. Good night. See you tomorrow. Good morning.
Good morning. It's day 2 on the mountain.
Yep.
And I feel really good. I feel refreshed. I felt bad last night. I think I was a little hungry and tired, but having some food and some sleep, I slept 10 hours? Maybe not 10, but 8. I got a solid 8 hours, which I haven't done since Minnesota.
Yeah, we went to bed at 8 o'clock after dinner, pretty much immediately, just took our medicine, went to sleep, which was nice to have that many hours. But yeah, I slept fine. It felt a little like I was awake for a lot of it, but I think I was sleeping.
I was very comfortable on that little pillow that we bought, so thank you for buying those.
Yeah.
Today we have only a 3-hour hike, roughly. I guess we'll probably turn that into 4.5 or 5. But it's what's the word I'm looking for? Not vertical, but up.
Steep. It's steep, but he said very doable. Kind of what we did yesterday, just a little more steep, but the trees are short now, and we're going to be kind of just above clouds, so
we'll see the mountain.
Have lots of good views of the mountain.
Cool. More to come.
Yeah, we got tea, and they checked our
I got coffee. Got it.
Pulse oxygen, and I was 96.
I was 95.
He was 95, so we're doing good.
Okay, so here's our campsite in the morning now. Maybe get a better glance. That's the guide's tent. We got Sharon and Kari up there. Got us in the middle, and then Nate and Sully over there. That's the kitchen, and then this is our mess hall where we eat. And then the rest of the crew has tents up the hill a little bit. But it's nice to wake up here.
we just came from down there and now we're above the cloud line.
Okay.
All right, we made it to a break point. Beautiful view. About 2 hours of hiking. And here we are on top of all the moorland. That peak's behind those clouds up there.
Yes.
You okay? Okay. Yes, I'm okay.
So we're hiking up that peak. And that's where we'll have lunch. And we go downhill. We've been hiking for about 3.5 hours. There goes Nathan. We feel good. Lots of breaks, lots of water.
I gotta pee.
All right. We made it to the top of this little, I don't know if I want to say peak, but yeah. Clouds are rolling in. Bridget's
I gotta pee.
gotta pee. There's Davis. We're gonna go into this little cave.
You want your head? Yeah, of course.
Habari leo.
Nzuri.
Nzuri, salama.
Salama kabisa wewe?
Nzuri.
Yes, good.
Salama.
Rudi.
What is this? Walking into camp on day 2. I'm taking some cute photos. Got a great view from camp. Okay, we got to camp on day 2. Just had some dinner. Just got,
AKA they said it was lunch, but it's 4:15.
it's our first dinner. I
Yep.
think we get second dinner in like 2-3 hours. We started this morning at 9 o'clock. We got in at 4 p.m. So what is that? 7 hours?
Yep.
We hiked 3,000 feet high, 3,000 feet higher in elevation. We're now at about 12,500 feet in the air. I feel pretty good. I'm just tired from the hike. My muscles are starting to cramp here and there.
Yeah, same. I feel good. The hike was more elevation, steeper, so it was definitely less miles, but it took us the same amount of time because we just pole, very slowly made it up. Had to have lots of little snacks to keep us going. But it was really pretty.
Yeah, it's really beautiful. We have a great view at our camp of these layered mountainsides that are different colors. Very cool. We can see Mount Muema in the distance. That's a 15er, apparently. Sorry.
Even the hike itself was very cool. Rocks and different trees, and they were pointing out flowers, telling us what they were. So
Couple scrambles.
swimming against a rock.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so it's warm, sun is shining, it's hot in our tent, which is surprising because yesterday when we got back, it was when the sun goes down, it gets really cold. So we're trying to soak up the heat.
Yeah, we can see the peak, Uhuru Peak, from where we're at, and it kind of is like, wow, I can't believe we're gonna do that. At the same time, I can't believe what we've done already. So
Yeah.
Pole, and we'll get there eventually. So we'll let you know more information later. Okay, it is not necessary.
So dark.
It's night 2 in the tent, and it's time for a little tip to stay warm. So at night, if you're getting cold, it gets cold up on the mountain, what you want to do is fill up your Nalgene with hot water and you stick it down your sleeping bag by your feet, and it stays warm all night long. This morning I grabbed it, it was still warm water. Next tip, also to stay warm, you're gonna have to pee at some point in the middle of the night. It is freezing outside, so what you do is you get a second water bottle and you don't put any water in it, but you pee in it in your tent, so you don't have to go outside, do all that. Lifesaver. I peed in this last night. It was great. Good times were had. So
A little
TMI,
harder as a girl, but possible.
I suppose. But yeah, so think about that on your next camping trip. Okay, love you. Bye.
So we're going up there. Looks like we're taking a little break, but we're hiking up this big part. We came from all the way down there. You can see the clouds way down there.
About 4 hours in climbing, day 3. It started to get really windy.
So we are in now the Alpine Desert, aka Rockland. This is the breakfast wall, aka the scramble that we're going to be doing tomorrow morning. How fun! So, we just finished our hike. We got to camp, and they always have hot water and tea for us, and a snack. Popcorn.
Well, hi there.
Hello.
It's the night of day 3.
Yep.
We woke up in Shira Camp, and we hiked up to Lava Tower. I'm in the shadow.
Your hand.
Oh, is it my hand? Whatever. We hiked up to Lava Tower, which was 15,091 feet, which is the highest either of us have ever been. So I'm proud of that. And then we hiked down to 12,000 feet after that. And that was kind of hell for me, dog. I'm not as good downhill, but what do you think?
I thought it was a really beautiful day. I thought the hike started off, I mean, it was doable compared to yesterday, which was like up climbing on rocks. This one was gradual incline, which was really nice. But yeah, it's more the altitude that got us, or, had us feeling.
This was the acclimation day.
Yeah.
So we hiked high and now we're sleeping low. And so that should help us.
Yeah.
Today had a lot of wardrobe changes, though, right? So we started with warm gear because we thought it'd be cold in the morning. And about 15 minutes into it, we were all hot, so we took it off. And Sorry, my phone ran out of storage space, so here we are again. Anyway, to recap, we started at Shira Camp, hiked up to Lava Tower, and hiked down to Barranco Camp. So now we are at the base of Barranco Wall, aka the Breakfast Wall, which is like a vertical hike. I'm sure you'll see a picture in a minute. Yeah. Anything else?
No, it's a lot of work, but
It was a lot of work today. How long did it take?
like
10 hours?
10 hours.
We started at 8:30 and we got in at 5:30. Had good food.
Good dinner. But yeah, everyone was pretty beat.
A lot of downhill. My toes and my abs hurt. So
I'm doing pretty good, but I'm just tired. But yeah, very curious. Tomorrow's supposed to be a little shorter, and then we're supposed to be resting up before the summit.
yeah, tomorrow's supposed to be like a 3-hour day. So 3 or 4 hours, which is relieving.
Yes.
So we'll see you tomorrow.
See you.
Okay, love you, bye. Okay, update. It's the morning of day 4, and tragedy has struck. My pee bottle wasn't closed properly, and so it leaked. I filled that bitch up last night.
To the brim.
To the brim, and then I leaned it against my dirty clothes and some pants that I was going to rewear today, and not a lot came out, but enough that it's like, ooh. So,
Yeah, and it got on our tent.
And it got in the corner of the tent, so we wiped it up and used a wet wipe to disinfect. But okay, maybe not the best idea to use a pee bottle. It is useful, but use it right.
Just close it real good.
More to come.
Well, good morning. Here's our tent. We got our water for washing, which they always give us in the morning. It's nice and warm. Here's where our crew porters sleep. There's the mountain. a tip. There's our bathroom that they always set up for us. There's Nate and Solveig in their tent. Got our little mess hall kitchen and our dining hall. And then you can see the clouds way down there. Pretty nice campsite. Day 4.
Are we supposed to dig in?
Yeah.
Dig on in, we got a breakfast.
One meat stick per person. Oh, yeah.
We got meat and potato and toast and porridge.
Oh.
So after photos, here we go. After them. Oh, you know, Bobby.
Oh shit!
That's for sure.
It's the peak! And everyone in the clouds.
Is that the trail for us today?
So, we just got to camp. You can see all the tents up over there. Lots of tents. We are right next to the helicopter pad if they were need to save anyone. Otherwise, it's quite foggy. We are surrounded by mist. So yeah. It is very wet here. Our tents are pretty much soaked on the outside. Very misty now.
This is what like being inside of a cloud is like.
Yeah, we're pretty much inside the cloud. I look kind of sick, but I'm feeling okay. Just a very runny nose and my nose got burned. Cool.
All right, here we are at Karanga Camp. It's about 13,000 feet. It is the morning of day 5. And we're on another planet, it seems. Just the thickest fog. ever really experienced. Reminds me of growing up in Seattle. It's beautiful. We're gonna climb only for about 2 hours today. I think we're climbing 2,000 feet. And we're gonna get up to Barafu, which is the last camp before the summit. Cheers. Well, the day finally came. About an hour and a half into day 5. At the start of the day, I thought I should take an Imodium. I didn't. And that was the wrong choice. So me and this rock got really well acquainted. I'm taking 2 when we get back to camp. I'll block myself up. I want to reach the summit without any of this bullshit coming out of my ass. Anyway, cheers.
We've reached the lava graveyard. This is all lava. It is now broken up. We're going up, up, up. And Nathan, like always, likes to pave his own path. We're here! We're still setting up camp, but look at that. That's the top. It seems a little more manageable, a little more attainable. Can't believe we're at the last day. Well, I took my braids out. Hair's not terrible for day 5 hair. Just a little bit. So far, it's my least favorite camp. Just because we got in here at 2, had lunch. Very pretty, very close to the top. But the sun is very strong. So we're trying to take a nap in our tent and it's scalding hot in here. We stripped down to our underwear and bra. Tried to get some sleep. Trying to have all the vents open. Trying to have everything open without passerbyers seeing us, AK, pretty much naked. Otherwise, if we go, it's cool outside. Like, it feels good outside. But also, the sun is very strong out there. So if you're out there for too long, you're gonna get burned. So there's no win-win. Trying to take a little nap now before dinner, and then hopefully good nap after dinner, and then we summit. The view though, that sunset, and us trying to capture it, and the summit.
Okay, me, I'm staying to make sure that you that's what I'm going to do. had so many needs.
It's 12 o'clock sharp, and we're off. We've begun the descent. Or sorry, ascent.
I might even know that song.
Sliding down
Take care.
the sand dunes.
Hakuna matata. Inashila tukafika. Hakuna matata. Ibaranko tukapita. Hakuna matata. Karanga tukalala. Hakuna matata. Ibarafu wakafika. Hakuna matata. Uhuru wakafika. Hakuna matata. Na wote wametoboa. Hakuna matata. Hatuna yo mzembe. Hakuna matata. Na bibi wetu safi. Hakuna matata. Keki yo, keki, 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 keki yo, keki, keki.
Hi.
Good evening.
It's the end of day 6 of Summit Day. It's been a long day. We started our hike at midnight to reach the peak of the mountain, Uhuru Peak. We started at Barafu Camp, which was, I'm blanking, 15,091 feet high. Started at midnight, and we're going to climb to the peak, Uhuru, which is 19,341. And they estimate it would take about 8 hours.
Yes.
So we leave at midnight to hopefully be at the peak by sunrise. And I think it took us just about 8 hours, actually.
Yeah, we actually timed it pretty good. Our guides were very good at keeping us on pace, letting us have short breaks. But yeah, I would say we were very worried about the cold. We had at least 3 layers on top, 3 or 4 on top, 3 or 4 on bottom, only to realize, at least when we started, that we got hot pretty quickly and shed a layer. It was actually only about 12 degrees Fahrenheit. So
Yeah, it was cold. It wasn't very windy,
yeah,
but like it was hard to guess how hard you'd be working.
yeah.
And at one point, about an hour into the hike, I looked at my Fitbit and it said my heart rate was like 158 beats per minute. So I was sweating. So I sweat through some layers, which made me pretty cold once we stopped and the wind blew on it. But got past it. My heart rate stayed at like 133 beats per minute for pretty much 8 hours, the entire hike. It was a lot. I burned a lot of calories. I think I burned over 10,000 calories today.
It was a trek. It was very long. You're pretty much hiking at like this much incline for 7 hours straight.
Yeah, the first hour is like a scramble, climbing over rocks
Yeah.
and whatnot. And then once you get over that, then you're just climbing up loose rocks and sand, which is, you never have sure footing, and it's anyone's game.
Yeah.
The peak was beautiful. It was fun to take pictures at the top.
Yeah, there's kind of 2 peaks. Stella's Point, which was kind of like a false peak. You go up and then it's like 45 minute trek to the actual peak with the sign. And so the sun was coming up right when we got to Stella's Peak. So we got a nice panorama of that. I was so exhausted from the whole hike up that literally when I made it to the top, like seeing the sunset and sunrise and seeing Jeff, who was just a little ahead, already make it there, I just started bawling.
Yeah,
it was very emotional.
Our group paused 50 yards before the Stella's Point, and I just kept walking because I thought if I stop now, I'm not gonna make it. So I just kept pull and got to the top, and then cheered everyone else when they got there. Now, I thought climbing up that mountain was the hardest thing I've ever done, or at least today. The climb up the summit was the hardest thing I ever done, until I tried to climb down the mountain, and that was so much fucking harder. I had less water and less snacks to like keep my calories up.
Less energy.
Less
we had
energy.
just climbed the whole mountain.
Climbed for 8 hours. I hit my limit, and I was still 2 hours, 3 hours out. And I guess I learned today, like, it's amazing what you can do after what you think your limit is. Right? Because I had a couple porters came up and helped us on our way down, which was great, and to help some of the people in our group. I had 3 of them standing around me, and I was pretty slow going down, right? I'm a big guy. My inertia picks up. That's hard. I don't have the energy to stop myself going downhill. So I took it very slow. And there's 3 porters just a couple feet away from me for 3 hours straight, just ready to grab me and ready to take my arms and carry me down the hill. And I told myself, well, I'm gonna make it to that point, and then at that point I'll let them carry me. And then I make it there, and I'm like, you know what, I still have a little bit I can make it to that next point. And then I make it there, and then once we make it to that point, I saw camp, and I was like, you know what, I can make it there. I made it all the way this way. And then we make it to camp and realize, oh, that's not our camp. That's a different camp. Our camp's still 45 minutes away. So long story long, it was the hardest experience of my life, but
I was with you, and
Bridget stayed with me and supported me along the way and went my pace.
Yeah, overall, I felt pretty good with the elevation. I didn't have a lot of... I took one anti-nausea pill kind of close to the top. Everyone else in our group had already taken one. Otherwise, felt pretty good. Felt good. I felt very winded at the very top. Just like I needed energy, but overall,
I think
yeah.
everyone went through like just a gambit of all emotions, right?
Yeah.
There was a moment where we sat down to pause. And as soon as I sat down, I was like, oh, I'm going to throw up. So I asked for a nausea pill. Took that. I didn't throw up. And actually never did today, which was cool. But absolutely gassed. I was excited. I had suddenly a burst of energy. I felt like I needed to throw up. Felt like I was going to fall asleep. Kind of just like...
We were running on like...
fumes.
They fed us dinner. And then they told us to go to sleep until 11. So we probably got 3 hours of sleep. Running on fumes. And then this hike was pretty much 14 hours up and back. And then we were just zombie super tired back at camp. And they told us nap for 1 hour, then you'll get lunch, and then we're walking to our next campsite.
Yeah.
So that's where we are now.
Yes, that's not even, it wasn't even like summit day, but also like hike to the next camp day as well. So
luckily it was only like 2 hours, but it was a long day. It's been a very long day.
Yeah, at that point it's like, fuck it, another 2 hours, whatever.
It's chill.
Downhill.
Yeah, we're going downhill now. It's not like we're climbing a peak.
Cool. Well, I'm really glad I did it, and I'm never going to do it again.
We're both very proud of each other, and such a whirlwind. Yeah, very happy we did it. So beautiful. But
I'm very impressed by
it's
you.
a feat, man. It's so pretty though. Yeah.
Well, that's about it.
We'll see what the end has in store.
Okay. Good night.
Good night.
I'm super fucking tired. Bye.
Bye.
Go for it.
Slip slide.
This is what's necessary
Oh gosh.
in these
Good stretch.
long ass hikes.
I'm like in the hole of now.
Oh, what?